Talk here in the council chambers. Alderperson Veneman is absent. The rest of the committee, myself, and Alderman Delaney are present. We'll go around and do introductions, starting with Mr. Pluce.
Justin Pluis, District 3.
Jeff Penskover, District 4.
Jay Catnaugh, chairperson.
Dennis Pollock, 6th Ward Alderman.
Patrick Delaney, District 7.
That's Zachary Merritt.
Sue Schill, City Attorney.
Tim DeSorsi, Finance Director.
Jennifer Gossick, City Clerk.
Excellent, thank you. Okay, the meeting is called to order. Item 2, consider for approval a temporary retail Class B fermented malt beverage license for Assumption Catholic Schools, 445 Chestnut Street, for a barn dance event to be held on Saturday, February 22nd, 2025, from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Everything is good to go. I recommend approval.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second. All those in favor?
Yes.
Aye. Motion passes 2-0. Item 3, consider requests from Rapids LLC, DBA Westside Express Mart Cafe, Damodar Panday, agent for a retail Class B fermented malt beverage license for the premise located at 1040 West Grand Avenue.
Yeah, I guess I'll just make a quick comment on this one. This is I guess I'm not sure if they're calling it a restaurant, next to a gas station. We had some concerns regarding whether they were going to be selling food and or having alcohol there, and kind of the reasons for that. But I think now we talked to the principal agent again, and it seems like everything's okay. I think we still want to follow up on a few things, and if there's any issues, we'll let you know by the time of the council meeting. But it seems like everything is now, compliant. But we're getting some contradictory information on what exactly was going to be happening there. So I would recommend approval, but if we get more information, we can let you know by the time of the council meeting.
What information is pending?
I think it's more about the layout and the plan and what was going to be there and whether there were going to be any room for dining or anything like that. It looked like it was more of just a take and go, which really would be covered under their Class A license. So we question the need for a Class B in that area. But and that was information we received from the architect or the builder, right, or the remodeler.
That's correct. Yeah.
But then we talked to the principal or the agent, and he said that was inaccurate, and that there would be seating. So, assuming what the information that he gives us is accurate, then that would be fine. But like I said, we just had some conflicting information, and I don't think we've circled back with, and the Department of Revenue also, had mentioned some concerns with how it was originally presented to us. So, but now I think it's been cleared up. But if there is any issues, we'll certainly let you know.
Thank you. So the Department of Revenue ended up coming back and saying this was an acceptable use case?
Yes, based upon the new information that we received, that they were okay with it. It's always still within your prerogative to deny the license, but we would be recommending approval based on the information we have right now, and the DOR would have no objection to that, assuming that information is correct. So,
Thank you. So before we take any action on this, I'll just give the opportunity if the committee and those present want to discuss maybe what the policy on this is going forward. My understanding is formerly a gas station will now be a gas station cafe. Would like to maintain their license to sell alcohol as a gas station does, but also now have a cafe where there will be open containers. So I guess we'll take the opportunity now, if we're going to set a precedent on this, what that will be, if this is something that we're going to go with, then of course we'll probably see more, or if this is something that we're going to try to shy away from in the city. And I have no preference either way. I just want to make sure everybody's informed about what we're doing before we pass it. Jennifer, and then Justin.
I just want to indicate that this is a application for a beer license only. We don't have a quota on those licenses. But we have had people inquire about a full Class B license, which would include intoxicating liquor, and we do have a quota on those, and we are at quota. So, just wanted to make that distinction. This is for beer only.
I see, part of their application, number 19, they could attach a map or diagram. They only put enter first floor, which I have no idea what that means. Did they attach any diagrams or any floor plans?
So that's for that's the license application, and on that application, they have to put down any place where alcohol is sold, consumed, where records are stored. So they're saying that entire space they will allow consumption and sale of alcohol, and they'll keep their records there as well. That's what that means. So they don't have to give us a diagram if they're saying that whole space is, do we have the diagram from the architect? I mean, I can share that with you guys. I think we have one. I don't know if it's been approved yet though, but what they're planning to do.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't put it as part of the packet, right? It wasn't.
I
that
didn't
came
because I didn't
after,
have it when
right,
I
yeah.
published this just came up yesterday, so.
But I'm going to stress this is a separate, this has to be, you can't have a B license and an A license in the same premises. So this has to be a totally separate from the gas station. There can't be a hall between the two where people can kind of come and go. It has to have a separate entrance and exit, which is what's being described or being shown as a
Right.
totally separate. And so you're really treating it as another, and in fact, I think it is another entity that actually would be the license holder.
It is. It's owned by the same LLC, but the doing business as is a separate business.
So, just to be clear, they wouldn't be able to consume alcohol in the gas station part of the building?
That's correct.
Okay.
So I think what happened a few months ago was the state had come down and shut down all of the private gambling in all the gas stations that were here, but you can have the gambling machines at a bar. So I think this is kind of a way to get around the whole that. I could be wrong. I don't think I am though.
Yeah, I didn't want to editorialize too much on that, but you might be onto something there.
So, I mean, I don't have a problem with it. They should just left them when they're in the gas stations. Who cares? So, that's all.
Anyone else on this matter? I'll just say, through discussion, it sounds like these will be operated as separate entities. It sounds like there's state law and the Department of Revenue that overlooks to make sure these things are correct. So we'll leave it in their hands. I don't feel we'll treat this any different with Class B than we would regularly if it came down to a point where someone was applying for a Class A and we know we have a limited amount on those. We'd have to take into account more, the economic value of that license. But at this time, I'll make a motion to approve the request from Rapids LLC, Westside Express Mart Cafe, agent for retail Class B, fermented malt beverages for the premise located at 1040 West Grand Avenue.
I'll second.
Motion by Catnaw, second by Delaney. All those in favor?
Yes.
Aye. Motion passes 2-0. Item 4, consider request from Rodeo Grill of Wisconsin Rapids LLC, DBA Rodeo Grill, Hector Pachuta, agent for reserve retail Class B intoxicating liquor license and a retail Class B fermented malt beverage license for the premise located at 1951 8th Street South.
This is a new Mexican restaurant that's coming in, and since we are at quota for our Class B intoxicating liquor licenses, they have the choice of paying for a reserve license, which they are intending to do. So we have 5 reserve licenses, 3 of them. This would make the 3rd one that we've issued if it's approved.
So you want to mention how much those licenses are?
Sure. The reserve license is $10,000, and then they pay the normal licensing rate of $400 for the intoxicating liquor and $100 for the fermented malt beverages. And everything is in order with them. I do recommend approval.
Thank you. Yeah, I think this is a new restaurant that, I mean, shows they're here to do business when they make that type of commitment. So I'll make a motion to approve the request from Rodeo Grill of Wisconsin Rapids for retail Class B intoxicating liquor license and retail Class B fermented malt beverage license. And open to discussion.
I'll second, but I would like to ask a
Go ahead.
question. It's $10,000 per year, or just a one-time fee of the $10,000?
It's a one-time fee of $10,000, and then they pay the regular renewal rates for a regular license.
Which is $400 a year.
It's $400 for the intoxicating liquor and $100 for the beer. So it's $500
Okay.
plus a publication fee. So they do have to pay that with this initial license. So it's $10,000 plus $520, and then when they renew it, it's just $520 every year.
Sounds good. Thank you. Yes.
Sorry about that. Motion passes 2-0. Item 5 is audit of the bills. I have the total. Was the check numbers in another email?
Sure. It's check number 24052 to 24411 in the amount of $2,975,754.43.
I'll make a motion to approve check numbers 24052 to 24411 in the amount of $2,975,754.43.
I'll second it. Motion by Delaney, second by Catnaw. All those in favor?
Yes.
Aye. Item 6, set next meeting date.
February 4th.
Yep, so February 4th is the first Tuesday of the month. Does that work for you, Mr. Delaney?
Yes, that does work for me.
Okay. So we'll plan for February 4th for the next regular scheduled finance and property meeting. Item 7 is adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Second. All those in favor?
Yes.
Aye. Meeting is adjourned at 5:14 p.m.